First of all, Troy, welcome to Kärpät. What are your first thoughts after signing in Oulu?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm excited. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things about the organization. Talked to a lot of buddies about it, and they all say, it's a top organization and treat their players well. So, no, from my end, I'm very excited.
You're back home near Edmonton right now. How are things over there?
Yeah, it's good. Just usually I come home for a couple months and spend some time on the farm with the family and friends, and just help out while I'm here, on the way. But it's good. I mean, pandemic's obviously still going on, a lot of restrictions over here in Canada, but it's nice to kind of relax a bit during the summertime and before we kind of kick off there in August.
I think pandemic-wise, things are hopefully turning to the better all over the world, but how devastated is the city right after the Oilers got swept in the playoffs?
That one hurts still, yeah. No, we're still a big Oilers. Our family always watched the Oilers growing up, so yeah, it's tough. I mean, I got a lot of buddies that are all diehards, and I love seeing the Oil do well too. So we all kind of get together and watch the game. So that was kind of a tough bullet to bite there, to watch them get swept.
So what kind of plans do you have for the summer? What does your off season look like?
I usually spend about a month or two at home here on the farm. I run a little training program with some hockey kids kind of around this area. So that's finishing up here pretty soon. And then I spend a couple months in Edmonton with one of my buddies, do some training there in Edmonton. And my sister lives in Edmonton, so it's kind of nice to be close to her. And that's kind of where I spend my summers. A little bit in Onaway, a little bit in Edmonton, and just kind of hanging out with buddies and family.
Now let's get to talking hockey. A little bit about your career. After you played in the WHL, you spent a few years playing in the AHL and ECHL. And how were those years for you as a player?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. 5 years kind of in the States, kind of been all over the States in different cities. It was definitely always a learning curve. You're kind of moving, fully away from home without billets, and sometimes you're put in some tough situations where you're not playing that much and whatnot. But overall, it was a really good learning experience kind of throughout North America, and I was kind of happy to take that step over to Europe and put in a good spot and do well from there.
What made you initially take the jump to play professional hockey in Europe?
I think it was more so just it's kind of, my game is a very offensive game. I still take a lot of pride in my defense, but in the American League, just kind of playing those slow minutes and just not kind of my style. With I like playing some more minutes and playing some offensive minutes. So I thought I would take that step over to Europe, and I was put in a good position there in Shawinigan and did well. So that was kind of my plan, and I hope to continue that.
How did you adjust to living and playing in Germany?
I adjusted well. I mean, there was a lot of North Americans there in Shawinigan and, in that German league. So, they made that adjustment pretty easy. My brother kind of came over for a week too when I first got there. So, it was nice. All good teammates. Every team I've been on, it's always good guys in the room. So they make it easy there. And I kind of wanted to see the world a bit too as I travel. So, Germany was for me. It was a pretty easy transition, and I think Finland, it'll be awesome. It'll be a new experience for me, and I'm pretty excited.
How were the past 2 seasons for you hockey-wise?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I think getting better a little bit each year. First year, it took a little bit to get used to that big ice, but I think favored well into my game. And then the second year, this last year was probably my best season I've had yet so far. So it's getting used to it a little bit more, and maybe a little bit used to the lifestyle and everything that made that adjustment a little bit easier. But it was a good year. It was a fun year, pretty offensive year. Tough to play kind of in front of no fans, as I'm sure you guys know. But we found a way around it, and we took a step as a team, and I took a step as an individual. So it was a good year.
Now you're going to move from Germany to Finland. What made you choose Kärpät over other possible options?
I just heard a lot of good things about Kärppien. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but
Good enough.
Anyways,
you'll get the hang of it.
I'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. Yeah. No, I got a few buddies that live in Finland, and some buddies that I played against that know a bit about the league or that have played in the league, and they speak very highly of Kärppien. So I wanted to take that next step, and I like it's nice to be on a top organization that that wants to win, and that's the biggest thing for me. I want to win in Europe. I want to win a championship. So I think that was a good step for me to go to Kärppien, and I'm pretty excited to get things going.
My next question was going to be: do you have any connections to Finland? Any players you know here or who play here or something like that?
Yeah, I mean Joni Tamela, he actually just won the championship this year, and Otto Sampi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are two guys that I played with a little bit in the American League and East Coast, and I'm trying to think of some other players. Some guys that I played with in Shawinigan had played in the Finnish League, and spoke highly of the organization there. So yeah, I mean I haven't heard any negative things, and I heard it's a really good team culture. So I'm excited to get absorbed into that.
What kind of talks have you had with the management and coaching staff here in Oulu?
Yeah, all good talks. I mean, they're looking for a good centerman, and I'm going to do my best in the off season to even take another step, make my game a little better. And yeah, all the talks have been great. They've been short and sweet, but yeah, I think they're excited, and definitely I'm excited to get there.
So what kind of a player is Karapat getting in you?
I mean, I think I kind of consider myself a two-way centerman. I take pride in my defensive game, but more and more over the last couple of years, been bringing the offense up more and more. So, I mean, I want to be an offensive player. That's what I plan to be there. That'll be my job, and but I don't want to be a defensive liability. So, a little bit of speed and quickness in the corners, that's probably my biggest attributes, and I'm going to keep building on all that stuff.
All right, one last question before you're free to start your day over there. Tell me something unexpected of you, something that people probably might not know.
Well, they call me in my team there in Germany Cowboy. So which is pretty funny. Me and my dad, I mean, I've stopped a little bit more recently, but was always riding horses and team roping. You guys probably don't know what that is, but
you can explain it
with my dad. Yeah, I'll have to explain it to you one day in person. But anyways, yeah, team roping with my dad. So they used to call me, or they still call me, usually on my team's Cowboy-Troy, which is pretty funny. And most people don't really consider you a cowboy. They consider you a hockey player. But that's probably more of the random facts about me, I guess I'd say.
Thank you, Troy, so much for this interview, and hopefully you have a great summer, and we'll see you here in Oulu hopefully soon.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate you taking the time. Thank you.
Thanks.